All right, guys, what's up? All right, so you're welcome to another session of my live stream. So today is Tuesday. Let's see what we've got. What does the market have for us? Let's see. All right, I see you, bro. 14, welcome. Welcome to today's live stream. It's definitely good to be here. All right, so let's quickly jump into action. So we're starting off with a 4 time frame. Let's get a grasp of what the bias would be. So basically, from the look of things, we should be expecting a bullish New York session on US30. So let's not just jump into conclusions. So quickly taking a look at the 1 hour time frame. So now, from the 1 hour time frame, right, this was a nice ride last week. Congrats to those that took advantage of that. All right. So on the 1 hour time frame, I've seen a trap right here. So now price has broken below this structure. Then, of course, we saw this bearish volume coming in. So basically, a lot of people would be thinking, okay, we should see this range fill, basically with the volume we have here to the left hand side. But on the contrary, there is an established structure here. So let's look at this. If you look at this, you see an uptrend. This is a 1 hour time frame. So when you take another look, you realize what happened at this point. Now we have gotten a new high right at this level. So basically, I need to see this high being challenged, right? So when this high is being challenged, then of course probably you can see with my alerts here, I'm expecting price to hit 34,712. So basically that is about, let's say, 34,720 price level. So now what I'm only going to be waiting for after establishing this direction is to see price take out this high. All right, so reserve traders will be looking out for price to take out this high before they can join in for a buy continuation. So but what I'm going to be doing, since I combine not just setup but I also look at the timing, so what I'm going to be looking out for is to stay neutral at this point. All right, so what I'm going to be looking out for, I want to make reference to this bearish candle. So I want to see price take out the high of this candle, then of course I'm gonna sit on that to ride or push bullish. Because if you look at the this 30 minutes time frame, it more or less looks like we are going bearish, right? So in this case, if you want to stay neutral, what I'm going to be doing is to look out for the breaks of the high and the low of this bearish candle. Then that will serve as a guide for me to know, are we going to drop further to fill this range, or are we going to stay in line with the trend? Because if you take a critical look at this, if we are going bearish, this is where the trend line is. So in as much as we have volume to the left hand side, we also look at the trend line to respect the intermediate trend, right? So with this in check, I'm going to be sitting tight waiting for 1:30 p.m. GMT to see how the market unfolds. At that point, then I would decide to join based on the setup presented at around that time. So US30 will still be flat, waiting to see what the setup will look like at exactly 1:30 p.m. GMT. Let me take a look at gold. Gold, of course, is pushing bullish. It did present a lot of opportunity, but of course, we missed out on gold. So but if you had followed the weekly analysis, of course, you wouldn't have missed out on this, because I did state clearly that we are looking for a bullish continuation on gold. So let's see. Do we have a potential target on gold here on the intermediate time frame. Let me show you what I'm looking at, where I'm looking forward to the buys to probably get to before the end of today. All right, 1930, that is on the sell side. So if you are looking at 1930, you're looking forward to price going bearish. But as you can see here on the daily, like I stated, that price is still in the bullish trajectory. So we saying this day strongly bullish is not news, of course. So if you go back to the weekly analysis, you realize that yes, of course, we made this observation that price has potential of further pushing down before taking off, considering this bullish candle here. This is a Marabuzu candle, which of course 50% of it most likely is what we reference as the support or resistance, depending on the direction of the trend. So I'm looking out for price to still push, unless maybe hitting this level, 1981. So that is where there is look at to the left hand side. So let's we don't just want to assume things. Of course, in the market you don't assume, you want to stay in line with uh your system, what you have seen worked over the years. So basically, if you take a look at this, so this is what I'm seeing rejections here. All right. So I'm looking forward to price hitting that zone. So now if we have more volume, this is what I should this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting price to do a little bit of correction, then push back into this area right here. All right. So that is basically the expectation in this bullish run. But of course, this area, this zone is where I'm going to be watching out for some reaction. Right. So 1930, which of course is around this level here, is not visible from my end at this point. It's not visible from my end. All right. So maybe you can send a chat for us to go through it as well. Let's see what you are seeing from your end. All right, so let's stay here on US30 and watch out to see how it unfolds. All right, so let's take a look at US oil. While we are still waiting to see what's popping on the other instruments. So US oil, this on the 5 minutes. So let's take a look at the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, of course, uh, we did see that our target we had it last week had triggered. We were looking for buys to cover this range into this level. Of course, it did hit, and that is where we did see a reaction, and price has been dropping. So of course, on Friday we were looking for a short sell, which of course it did massively we hit our target, but was still dropping, and it's been a massive drop over there. So now let's look at what am I seeing, what am I expecting on this bad boy here. So I can see that at this point price is accumulating. Right, this is a 4 hour time frame. So basically, if there is a break of this structure, then we should see a further drop. Right. So pay attention to that. Let let me just drop to 1 hour time frame. So this is what we are having on the 1 hour time frame, right? Always remember to keep it simple. Keep it simple, guys. So with this range in place, I'm not going to be looking out for anything buys on this guy. I'm not going to be looking for anything buys. So with this rejection we have here on the 1 hour time frame, so if there is a break of the structure, then we should see price drop. A further drop is what we should see. So look at this strong rejection, price push higher, rejected. We had a sharp rejection right there. Now we have seen series of bearish candle coming in. The bulls are not strong at all. We have seen three bearish soldiers right here. So you want to see this particular candle takes out its low. So you want to be an aggressive trader, you want to see this particular candle take out its low. If it does take out its low, then there is a possibility of price continuing bearish. So basically, if we are jumping in here, so we have about 68 pips range to cover. So let's see, this is basically what we will be targeting, 68 pip range. Can we have that? So let me see. All right, please, if we are benefiting from the information, always hit the like button and let's engage in the chat session. All right, the more we engage, the more we learn, the more we learn, the more we have an edge to get some cash flowing in. Today is an awesome day. Yeah, just got some alerts coming in. That's awesome. So whether we trade today or not, we're still gonna party the godly way, guys. All right, so this is what we are keeping an eye on, looking out for this sell to get ready for us to just jump in. So you can also keep an eye. Yeah, good afternoon, Emmanuel. See you, bro. Right, so let's keep an eye on this. All things are pointing to the best, everything being equal. Of course, irrespective of what the market does, always maintain a good risk management so that you don't get fried. Right. So let's step down to the 1 hour time frame. What does gold has to offer? Can we have an opportunity? So let's take a look at this. So remember, like I said, in the next, from the beginning of the streams to the next 2 months, it's going to be like a teaching and a learning session, right? So I break down everything into details. The more you ask questions, the more it gets me to a point where I break down more. All right. Yeah, okay, we're gonna be taking a look at pound USD shortly. So let's look at this. So if I'm looking at this high, right? So look at how price accumulated at that point. That is when we had the breakout. So there's still opportunity for price to push to 1981. So I'm just gonna be observing to see the volume that is coming in. If there is going to be a potential that that volume can push price higher, then we might have an opportunity to go long. But in the recent setup, I am still yet to have a concrete information that will guarantee a setup or a trade opportunity here in gold. I don't want to go anything aggressive. If I want to go aggressive, I would have just decide to buy right away while using 1964 as my stop loss, and that will be subject to gambling. So where you like, okay, whatever happens, happen. No, that is not the system here. So make sure you watch out for this. So let me just put an alert here so that let's do it right. Okay. So here we go nothing. All right, so let's pull pound USD charts. So we're gonna stay here on gold pound USD. All right, so basically we are now into the zone. So if we step to the weekly time frame, so this is basically the range with which I had marked earlier that we are going to see pound push into that zone, which of course it did. It took about 2 weeks plus, but eventually we did hit the target. So remember when we were here, I said we were retesting this zone to push higher, which of course exactly what the market did. So now we are back into this zone. What is the expectation? Guys, we are 5 minutes away from our time expecting to get a setup here on US30. So still keeping an eye on that as well. Also on gold. So basically right now on GBPUSD, I wouldn't want to pick any trade unless of course let's redefine this setup and see if there would be an opportunity. So basically what I would be eyeing on GBP USD if I'm to pick any trade is to look out for rejection around this zone while keep an eye on this guy. So we might have a push to this rejection. This is the significant rejection point, right? So basically anything from this range between here, between 1.3095 and 1.3001, we don't have to joke with, right? So let's look at the 1 hour time frame. What is the price action here? Price action here, it's not clear. Look at the noise happening right here. We are seeing series of smallish bullish candles, smallish bearish candles. So it is inconsistent. So you don't just want to risk your money in setups like this. So I would want to see, I would love to see price take out this high, a close above 1.3141, then of course it will give me an idea that there's a possibility for us to tap into this rejection, which is the 1.3300 level or area, right? So basically this would be what I might be looking out for on GBP USD if I am to take an opportunity there, right? So make sure you wait patiently for this range to be taken out before you can engage. So I don't see any setup for now here on GBP USD. That is basically my take on GBP USD. So you can see on the 4 hour, look at what is happening there. We had a rejection, so somewhat it's giving the vibe that we might have a continuation. At the same time, it's giving this also alternative signal, meaning that it's rejecting all of this supply right here, this minor supply. Look at that. So that makes it even more dangerous. That's why I'm saying that we need to see a close above the range or price taking out this level here on the H4. Then you know, okay, then there's a possibility that we are going to be going bearish. Then you might be targeting this level, which is the 1.2978, or to be on a safer side, this is the 4 hour time frame. You might be looking at, let's say if you get a setup here, so you should be looking at around this level right there. So we are looking for an opportunity here on US30. So I think we are going to go bearish, so I might be looking out for a sell stop. Let's see. So I want to place a sell stop below the previous, the immediate candle. Let's see how that turns out. So we have a sell stop. Yep. Okay, so we are in. So we're looking out for a target at this level right here. So sell running nicely. So let's see what is the target. So we're looking at 55 pips. So basically this is where you are putting your stop loss, just a little bit above this. So we are going for 55 pips while we are risking 43 pips. So let's see, can we get it or are we gonna get smoked? So let's see. There's volume coming in right away, and it's crazy, guys. So let's see. We had a first spike to the downside, then price is now right above our entry. It looks like we are gonna be roasted. But let's see, we are just risking 43 pips. So it's not much, we just have to be patient, right? Yeah, there is no opportunity on GU and gold at the moment. So the GU, like I said, if you're gonna have opportunity, it's likely gonna be the sell. So you're just going to wait and see how it unfolds. So we are still hanging on here. A few pips to our stop loss. Or seems we might not survive it. All right, so we're still patient on this anyway. So that's where our loss is. So of course, if we get triggered, it means that that alert will be triggering. So that is it on this, and we are still patiently waiting to see. Of course, if we are taken out, we are going to be waiting to catch up by 2 p.m. GMT to see if there's going to be another opportunity for us. So as we can see, US oil is still yet to trigger. So the only pair that triggered was US30, and currently we are in negative, a little bit of a negative. I think we might be going bullish again. So, but then of course, we went in with the volume, and it's right. So I think we are likely gonna be taken out. We are we are out, right? So the spread has taken us out. The spread has taken us out on that bit. So we are down 43 on US30, but of course, always remember that it's all about the risk management and trusting your setup. So I could have taken the 23 pips I got, but no, that wasn't the case. That wasn't what I was looking at for. I was like, okay, fine. So if we are going to be going bearish, at least we should do a retest of this structure, broken structure here, because ever since price broke out of this structure, we have not seen a retest. Right. So price broke out of this structure, did not retest. So I was expecting to see a retest. So that is why I held on to. So now we are back to our bullish ride. We are back. So, but then again, looking at the things, the push right now, we just need to be patient because we cannot just come out of a loss and just jumping into the buys. No, we just want to be patient to see if we can see get price settle before we now join the buys if the opportunity presents, of course, because there might be a scenario where it might not give us the opportunity. So, but we are still hanging on. So US oil has not triggered. It's now pushing bullish. So of course we have nothing to worry about US oil. The only guy we're gonna be keeping an eye on is US30. Let's see what happened here. Oh, we missed it. We missed it. We missed that. It did present a nice setup here on the 5 minutes time frame, but of course I missed that because I was sticking to the road, sticking to the plan. Of course, after a loss, you take a little bit of a movement, relax, see what the setup has to offer, then recalculate and engage, of course. Because at the end of the day, what we are practicing is to keep an habit that when repeated, you can end up being profitable. We don't want to keep an habit, we don't want to develop an habit that at the end of the day, you cannot, or that habit cannot help you to stay profitable. I've said this many a times in this live stream. When you take a loss or even when you take a win and you have seen that price is moving with volume, relax, observe before you re-engage because nobody jumps into a moving train. All right. So on the 15 minutes, there was no opportunity because we didn't have a retest or a candle close that would have given us an opportunity to jump in. So we do what? We relax. So with the volume I have seen, then it therefore means that this target is still visible, is still viable. Right. Goal is pushing back. Can we get an opportunity? Too dangerous. That's too dangerous. Right. Let's see. US30 is doing its bit. So now if you didn't take US30 and you want to go in, you can jump in on gold. Trust me. With the volume coming in, then gold might be able to give you some pips. So I'm just patiently waiting to see what the next 5 minutes is gonna do. Mm, let's see. Right. Yeah, US30 is still pushing up. It's still pushing up. So like I said, first we're looking for this range to be taken out. But of course, so looking at the timing, I expected a break of this. So I was still looking out for the buys, of course, because I already earlier mentioned that we are in a bullish trend. So looking at the timing and the volume that was coming, so I was looking, okay, fine. If we have a break of the previous candle's low, then price should retest this broken structure. That was the idea for the sell. But of course, price did not get to my target. So on that note, that is how we ended up making some loss on that trade, sorry. Wow. So US30 has moved just right to where we're looking out to uh, exit our buys. So let's see what happened next. So this is a new 15-minute candle on gold. So like I said, can we get that buy? So US30 has grabbed that target. So unfortunately, we couldn't maximize that because of this short-term trade I was looking out for. So basically, of course, sometimes this happens. So you just need to note down the uh, mistake and learn from it. All right, so let's see. What is gold still doing? Is it going to give us that opportunity to join buys again, or is going to drop? What is it going to do? If we can see the high of this candle take out, then I'm going to have some positive vibe on gold. Can it take out its own high? Currently, we are having some volume in the markets. So, of course, US oil is out because this structure high has been taken out, and we were more focused on the sell, which, of course, it did not give us a sell. So, we did not pay attention to this structure high. So, no trade on US oil. So, US oil is out. Keeping an eye on gold. All right, so we are in on gold, tight stop loss. and this is gonna be the second and our last trade. So we also take a hit on this, then of course we learn and move on. Knowing that some days are like that. Are we getting that spike? Right, so we still keep an eye. So this is where our SL is. Risking 34 pips. Right, yeah. No. What's am I mentioning? Yeah. So that is it. Yeah, still keeping an eye on that buy while waiting for the next 7 minutes to see what is going to happen. Still waiting on that go. Have 6 minutes to go. Have some minor fundies coming in the next 4 minutes. Let's see, can it help? It's locking in on the buys. Patience is required. So if we take a look at this area, it shows that this is a range. Previous candle's high has been taken out by the current bullish candle. So let's see if price will respect that incoming volume in favor of the bulls to push us to our target. All right, so the new hour candle is up. So let's see, can it push it to our target, or we need to liquidate? Let's see. Like I said, this is the second and the last trade for the day. We are almost there. We are almost there. All right. Yeah, finally we have hit our target, and it is a profitable day. All right. So time and time again, we have I've always told you guys that it does not matter how you start, even if you start with a loss. What matters is knowing your setup, understanding, and being patient. Then, at the end of the day, that is what matters. And today, again, that statement has been proven. So, so guys, this is basically it. Where we are rounding up, we have recovered and stayed in profit. So that is it. Look at that. The first trade we lost about 43 pips, and in this particular trade we have made 50. So we are up 7 pips overall in terms of pip. In terms of money, we are up more than that because we understood the setup and went in just as seen, knowing that okay, if it doesn't play out, it is what it is. We come back tomorrow stronger. And at the end of the day, we came out victorious. So this is it, guys. I hope this helped you. See you guys on Thursday for another live session. Until then, remember, capital preservation is key in this business, and always trust your setup. Bye.